Hey, I'm Matt with Meat Church. Let's make the #1 dessert in all of barbecue. Well, it's summertime, kids are out of school, and what we're gonna make today is the official dessert of barbecue, in my opinion. It is absolutely the #1 dessert in all of Texas barbecue. Banana pudding goes with brisket ribs, chicken, sausage, like peanut butter and jelly. You can quote me on that. In fact, we're putting this video in our famous hardcore barbecue playlist, even though it's not a meat. It is the first non-meat to go in the hardcore barbecue playlist. If you don't know that, by the way, the hardcore barbecue playlists are all the barbecue classics from, like I said, brisket ribs, chicken, party ribs, pulled chicken. Last week we did pork butt, like whole hog barbecue. It's all the classics in there. So this one's going in the list. You guys got to check that out. There's a lot of different ways to make it. We're going to make it from scratch today. I know a lot of people, including my grandmothers, that made it from a box, and it's not as simple as just buying like banana pudding mix. Normally people would buy vanilla pudding mix. They would mix whipped cream in it, condensed milk, things like that. But I thought we would make it from scratch today because it's honestly very easy, very simple. Why is it so popular? If you compete in barbecue, there is a ancillary category called dessert often, and what typically wins is a cold and creamy dessert. My thought has always been, after you've had a tray of hot barbecue, you've had that brisket, fatty brisket, things like that, you want nothing more on a hot summer day than a cool, creamy dessert. And so in my opinion, that's why banana pudding wins. So let's jump right into it. Very, very simple. First thing you're gonna do, recipe always down below on meatchurch.com. We're gonna start out with some sugar and some cornstarch. We're gonna mix that together, and then we're gonna add some milk. All right, we're gonna mix that together. All right, we're gonna add in whole milk. I typically don't like whole milk, but I do for baking. Medium heat, you want to stir this constantly. You don't want that sugar to burn. So you can cut this recipe in half if you're only making for a couple of people. With this size batch, we're probably gonna cook this about 10 to 12 minutes until it thickens. So I'll show you that. If you cut it in half, you definitely cut the cook time down to like 6 to 8 minutes or so. I like to do this with a silicone spatula because I really want to be able to get in the crevices. If you try to do it with a whisk or something like that, you run the risk of leaving sugar in the bottom and burning it. All right, it's been exactly 12 minutes. You can see this is nice and thickened. Pro tip, stir it constantly. You don't want that sugar to get stuck and burn on the bottom. All right, turn the fire off. Now you need 8 egg yolks. So I've got 7 in this bowl already, and I thought I would show you how I get an egg yolk out. So just crack the egg open, and I do the old shell method back and forth to get rid of the white. Back and forth a couple times, you can see it just falls right off and you're just left with the yolk. Just like that. All right, let's mix that up. You want to take about a half a cup of the warm custard and mix it in, and that way you're cooking these eggs without scrambling them. So just a little bit of this and then mix it up really quickly. So you've got these eggs tempered now. You want to pour it back in the custard mixture. Fire back on. You're going to cook this 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, you can see this is bubbling. It's been right at 3 minutes. It's nice and incorporated. Then we're gonna add 2 final ingredients. A couple tablespoons of unsalted butter. I never have unsalted butter in my house unless I'm baking. And some vanilla. some Adams made right here in Texas. Whew, that's what makes it smells good. So while I'm stirring this up, kind of funny, very, very, very well-known barbecue joint. I'm not gonna call them out. They don't actually really put bananas in their banana pudding. A lot of people don't like bananas. They don't like the texture. And so what people often serve is this, which is basically a vanilla pudding. But this very well-known barbecue joint, they make their big vat of banana pudding and they put one slice of banana in the entire thing so they can call it banana pudding. So when we get into that portion, you can put in as much or little banana as you want. But we gotta let this cool off for about 15 minutes and then we'll be back to build these and put them in the fridge. We've allowed this to cool off for about 15 minutes. It can still be warm, you just don't want it to be hot when you actually touch it. And then how do you want to put it together? You can either do this in one big bowl or you can do it in individual servings. So in this case, we've decided to do it individually because I'm fat and want to eat, 8 ounces of this delicious banana pudding. So this is how we're choosing to do it today. So we're going to want to layer it. I'm using mini vanilla wafers instead of traditional large vanilla wafers since I'm using these small jars. If I was using a big bowl, I would use the big vanilla wafers. And as I mentioned earlier, how much banana do you want to put in? I can tell you that in my house, my wife's not going to want a whole lot of banana. I'm going to go traditional with these. I'm putting about 3-4 slices down on the bottom. We'll go 3 for now, and then we're going to go a layer of the pudding and repeat that so that we have multiple layers throughout here. I want to get some of that, just some of the texture in there as we go. No right or wrong way. Just going to repeat that exactly as I did. This batch, by the way, will make about 8 of these 8-ounce jars. So again, as I mentioned in the beginning, if you want to cut it in half, you certainly can do that. So I'm going to add one more layer, and then these need to go into the fridge for a bit. So they need to go at least an hour, but I usually do half or the whole day. You can go overnight. It's best to consume these within like 48 hours. There's no chance these will last 48 hours in my house. You can top with whipped cream. I like making homemade whipped cream, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go about like that. I'm gonna clean the jar up, leave myself enough room because after they come out of the fridge, I'm gonna put some more vanilla wafers on top that won't be mushy like everything else that you just put in here. So I'm gonna jar the rest of these up and then I'm gonna go put these in the fridge. We got other stuff to cook today, and when they come back together, I'm gonna show you how they turned out. Well, we've let these sit in the fridge for about 4 hours, so now I'm gonna top them. Again, you could put whipped cream on them if you want, which I actually love that. I'm gonna take more vanilla wafers, just crush them up, so then we have a little crunch element right on top, and honestly, it looks good. All just personal preference. Probably the most excited I've ever been for the bite in one of our videos. By the way, did you know that apparently bananas are the #1 most sold item at a Walmart? These bananas came from Walmart. I learned that fact. Also, did you know that you can get Meat Church seasonings at Walmart in Texas and Northwest Arkansas for now by popular demand? All right, here we go. When my dad sees this, he's going to be highly upset. This is definitely his #1 dessert while I was growing up. So I'll have to make this for him if it's any good. I ain't mad at it. Dude, that's so good. I would love it with whipped cream, but I love the crunchiness on top of the fresh vanilla wafers. Because, when the vanilla wafers down in there after this, has sat for 4 hours, they are obviously not crunchy, but that's by design. I would say appropriate amount of bananas. I had 3 slices, small slices here, 3 small slices here, not too many. Again, my wife would like no slices in here, which is just fine. This is the barbecue dessert of the summer. You got to make this. The recipe is always below, which leads you to meatchurch.com. The week of our video, it's the banner of Meat Church. Again, as I mentioned in the beginning, this is going in our hardcore barbecue playlist. At the end of this video, there will be a little pop-up for that. If you guys want to know how to cook anything hardcore barbecue related, we have a video for it. But thank you guys very much for being here. Hey, and to the haters that say my videos are just about pushing my seasoning. What seasoning did I use in here? That's right. Anyway, thanks for being here. Love y'all. Like and subscribe. See you next week.